Alright guys, welcome back. Another workout here for you. This is for the midget age group. So what we're going to do is obviously run through our dynamic warm-up. Again, reference back to old videos. I think we have probably a video posted of the warm-up. So just make sure you reference that. It should be about 7 to 10 minutes. Make sure you're nice and warm before you're doing this. The first thing we're going to start with is a speed and agility thing. So we need to make sure that we're warm for that. The other key with this one is finding an area, like a field, where it's nice and flat. Try not to do it on a hill or anything like that, because it's not going to be even there, obviously. So we want to make sure we find a flat field, natural grass, or artificial turf is fine as well. So we're going to set up our 3 cones here. This is obviously not to scale. It's supposed to be 30 yards long.
30 feet, 10 yards.
30 feet, 10 yards, my bad. 30 feet, 10 yards. So this set up a little bit. It's a 5-10-5. You've seen this in the NFL Combine. It's a change direction drill. So what's going to happen is Coach Derek's going to start in the middle. Okay? He's going to straddle the line. And then he's going to go. Change directions. But he needs to touch with his outside hand on the other side. So he did touch with his inside hand. So we want to emphasize that. So if you are coming to the tryout camp, the ID camp, the hand touches will matter. So we'll work on that. So what's going to happen is you're going to run that once. You're going to get a 20-second rest. You're going to go the opposite direction. Then you're going to run it again. And you're going to repeat that. And you're going to go 4 total, 2 each direction. If you're going to alternate, you go 2 one side and 2 the other side. That's okay. Just you want to do it twice each direction, basically. And then after you've done that, you're going to take it a minute 30 rest. And then you'll do that 2 times. So we run through that 8 times total, okay? Next thing we're going to do is we're moving to kind of more of an explosive movement. Okay, it's going to be a reverse lunge with an explosion at the top. Okay, so it's going to be a V-drive there. I'm going to go the way so I get a knee in the head. That's going to be 4 each side. So obviously that first portion is going to be slow and controlled, and then that second portion is going to be explosive, and then we get into a good landing position, okay? And not being sloppy with it, and taking our time to reset, and making sure that every rep is a very high-quality rep, okay? We're going to do a minute 15-second rest after we've done 4 on each side, okay? There's no rest in between switching sides. Rest only comes at the very end. Next, we're going to grab our backpack. Here, we're going to do a backpack deadlift, okay? To make this harder, obviously the weight inside the backpack is going to matter, but also too, another way we can make things harder when we don't have a lot of weight available to us is going to be with tempo. So it's going to be a 3-second on the way down. So the backpack's going to barely be, and it's going to be hovering over the ground. He's going to hold it at the bottom for 5 seconds, and then when he's done the 5 seconds, he's going to pop up. Okay? We can do this also if you have a dumbbell at your house. You can do it like a bottoms up. Or you can use a kettlebell as well if you have that type of equipment in your house. But also the backpack will work. Everyone has a backpack, so we can use that type of piece of equipment for that. So for that, we're going to do that 6 times, and then we're going to go to the next exercise. It's a triple set, so there's no rest. The next one is going to be a side plank with a single leg side plank, or a single leg side plank with abduction. So we're holding that leg up. Everything's nice and straight. Everything's nice and tight. Okay, 20 seconds each side, obviously doing both sides, okay? If you find that's too easy, you add a little bit of time to it, but obviously both sides need to be done with equal amount of time. Then we're moving to our next one. It's going to be a mobility thing. So we're going to get into, so Coach Derek's going to slide up here. I'm going to adjust the camera quickly so everyone can kind of see, okay? So he's going to do a figure 4 shin box. So he's going to get into his figure 4 position. He's going to externally rotate his foot, and he's going to drop in. He's going to use the plant foot to kind of pivot on, and he's going to rotate between there. And this is obviously, when we do these movements, it's slow and controlled. We're not in a rush, okay? We want to make sure we're doing it nice and gently, okay? Not forcing anything that's, if we're tight there, we're not forcing it. Readjust the camera here, guys. Just hang on a sec. Okay, so after that, we want to do that. We're going to give a minute and 15 seconds rest. We're going to run through that 3 times, okay? Oh, sorry, on the figure 4 shin box, you're going to do that 10 times each, so it's going to be 20 total. So 10 to the one side, 10 to the other, and then you got 20 basically. So, and then obviously both sides. And that really doesn't require any rest of the mobility thing. Then the mid 15 rest will start, and then you go through that 2 more times. Next, we're going to grab our backpack again. We're probably going to change our weight here because now we're doing an upper body movement. Okay, we're going to upright row. Okay, so we're going to grab him there on the coach there's holding the hook where you hook it on your whatever the hanger at your house. Okay, whatever handle works for that. Okay, you're pulling the backpack up to your sternum and then controlling on the way down. Okay, that is going to be 12 times. Next, you're going to do a bent over 45-degree angle at the hip. So it's a hip hinge here, and we're doing our stuff for our rotator cuffs, our lower traps. So it's eyes in front, arms are going to be straight in front, Y is going to be out slightly angled to the side, and the T is obviously going to be straight out to the side. Okay, so that's going to be 5 of each movement. Okay, the way we can do it is we can have all 5 of each, or we can do 1 of each, and then go through that obviously 5 times to get 5 of each. So either way, we're okay with either. If you need a little resistance, water bottle can work. Soup cans, but obviously make sure they're equal. We don't want to have it super unequal. Don't try and pick up something really heavy because it's the exercise that we do is typically really lightweight, working with really small muscles, so we don't really need to overload that too much. Next is going to be our suitcase carry. So we're grabbing our bag again. We can change our weight from what we used on the upright row because obviously now we're doing a different exercise. So we can load that up a little bit more if we need to. This is going to be 20 meters or 60 feet. So this is simulated. Coach Sharks are really only traveling like 5 feet on the screen here. So with that, you're obviously going to do 20 meters with one hand and then not without putting it down, switch hands and then walk back. So we want to keep it off our side. Coach Sheriff is standing there. You can see he's not touching his side, okay? And it's not hitting his leg constantly, right? It's kind of annoying, and we just want to keep that. And also, too, with our grip, we're keeping our grip as tight as possible. We're not letting it just dangle in our fingers and just kind of this. And then with the shoulders and the hips are nice and lined, and they're stacked on top of each other. We're not leaning to the side or anything like that. So then we'll rest a minute after that. And then the last set of the last supersets is going to be a backpack good morning, so he's going to actually put the backpack on his back. We probably want to drop our weight to a pretty low weight on the first round just to make sure we're being safe with our low back here. So it's going to be a hip hinge movement. He's going to drop forward at the hip, push his hips back. He's going to stand back up. Okay. His range of motion is going to be based on being able to maintain a good flat back position. Okay. Go check on yourself the backpack off and do a couple reps so you can see your back position. Okay. You're going to slide back, slide his hips back, and this back position would stay the same. So this is the exact same thing he's doing with the backpack on and without the backpack. So he's got that there. So again, use lighter weight. That's going to be 3 sets of 12 repetitions. Last exercise that we're going to do in this superset is going to be 90-90 internal rotation. So he's going to get in that 90-90 position. We've worked on this before. So his legs are there. You see 90 degrees at both joints there. Okay. He's going to raise up his back leg of his lower leg. Just raise it up a little bit. You can change the angle here so you can see a little bit better. Slight lift. Okay. Try and pause it at the top for 5 seconds. 5 each side for 5 seconds. Okay. So we really want to emphasize doing that under control and being able to hold the position. Okay. So that's going to be done 3 times for both of those, and so it's a superset as well. So once you run through that 3 times, then it's basically the end, and then you work on some mobility. For that one, I would say the rest should just be about a minute after you've done both exercises. And that's it for today. And then if you have any questions, please reach out to us. Thanks for joining us.